Welcome to my tiny home build. I bought this trailer second-hand off Facebook. The rectangle framework you see is 20 foot in length by 8 foot in width. I have taken off the wheels, replaced the bearings and greased everything up while there was no load on the trailer. After grinding down the metalwork, I coated the frame with a grey heavy-duty skip paint. To allow for the 12mm ply sheets to be screwed down, I had to run timbers across the framework where the ply sheets would meet. Being that the trailer is 20 foot by 8 foot, it fitted 5 8 foot by 4 foot sheets in almost perfectly, with just a slight trim off the end of the boards. After pricing up bitumen coated ply boards, I decided to get 12mm hardwood boards. Then I bought a tin of bitumen paint. This made it a lot cheaper by coating the one side and flipping the boards over, opposed to buying the sheets already done. This also means then I can use the paint for later on in the project, which you'll see. This then maximizes the lifespan of the boards, being that if there's any wet, damp or mud from underside of the trailer, it will protect it and preserve the life of the build itself. Now that the ply is sealed underneath and fixed down, the next thing to do was mark evenly spaced bolt holes to fix the 3x2 timbers for the stud walls down to the chassis. The next job was to lay out all the timbers and space the gaps for the windows and doors, before screwing up the stud wall, doubling up the roof timbers for better fixings and stability when the roof goes on. This isn't something you want to rush. Getting the openings and the spacings between the timbers perfect will allow for a much easier fit for the doors, windows and cutting the insulation between the timbers. Now time to put up the wall. So it took the two of us. This could be done in 2 or 3 different sections if you were only on your own, but the fact that we had the two of us, we managed to get it all up in the same time. This is the importance of drilling the holes perfectly earlier, because now as you can see, one of us is holding it and the other one is just tapping the bolts through, lining them up, securing it down to the chassis itself. There was a total of 10 bolts on either long side, so every 2 foot I placed a bolt, and this seems to be a good enough fix in for it. Then obviously maybe there was 4 or 6 on the smaller ends. All at once I can see it put back together. Attaching the angle side supports to allow it to stay upright, we could now start on the next wall. Drunk in my devotion, laid out on your chest, student of abandon, with you I am blessed. All at once in a dream, we are together. You could call This section was a lot easier on the basis that there was no openings on the back side, so it just meant for even spacing between the timbers.
All at once in a dream, we are together. You could call it a vision or a tether. All at once I can see it, put back together. You could call it a vision. You could call
After all the stud work was finished, we wrapped from floor to ceiling with breathable membrane. To make this a lot easier, we used a spirit level to mark a line to ensure that we ran the breathable membrane straight all the way around. After tacking and taping the joints, that job was now finished and on to the next. Delivery day had come and the trailer legs had arrived. This was the next job, to weld and bolt these onto the framework. That's all for episode 1. Check out episode 2 where we'll be starting on the inside. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you want to check out the rest of the build on the other videos. See you on the next episode.